Hello and welcome, folks. We are here at Ante-Marino Stadium for the first time in quite a little while. It's not soccer, it's not football, it's the start of spring sports. We've got lacrosse for you today as the South Fayette Lions travel over here to Monroeville, Pennsylvania to take on the Gateway Gators here, as we said, at Ante-Marino Stadium. Hi, everyone. Vince Russo here with you tonight, flying solo, as for most of always outside of football season. And we should have a dandy here in the home opener for the Gators, who come off of a loss to North Hills on the other side of the Lions, trying to get the memory of a one-goal loss against Central Catholic out of their mouths. Both of these teams looking for their first win of the season, and the Gators looking to build off of last year's 1-11 campaign. They're just 2 years removed from going 10-6 and advancing to the second round of the playoffs, while South Fayette on the other side is coming off a 15-5 campaign, their best season in program history. They made it to the semifinals before falling to the eventual WPIAL champions, the Mars Planets. You talk about Mars, absolutely dominant in 2A lacrosse here in Western Pennsylvania. A short history only dating back to 2009, but they have won now 5 consecutive WPIAL championships. And that is the most. Hampton has 4, and then 3 teams have 1. Quaker Valley, Seton LaSalle, and Butler. But neither of those teams out on the field tonight. It'll be the Lions and the Gators. Gators in the home white uniforms. That was a rule passed by U.S. Lacrosse that every home team now must wear white at home. And so the Gators with the white uniforms, black helmets, black numerals, black shorts. On the other side, South Fayette, they have the all-green look with white helmets and white numerals. And so a nice uniform matchup, hopefully a good matchup between these two teams. Last season, a little lopsided. South Fayette won 25-2. So we said the Gators struggled last season. Just 1-11, they were outscored 27-189. On the other side, South Fayette scored 221 goals in 20 contests, averaging over 11 per game. Just a few moments from getting this one underway, as we've got 40 minutes on the clock for the first half. And we'll see which of these two squads comes out with their first win of the season. Both starting lineups taking the time to address each other before we get underway here. And appreciate everyone joining us here tonight on NFHS. As we said, the Gators opened their season with an 18-2 loss to North Hills, looking to get that offense into gear a little bit more here tonight against South Fayette, a team that held them to just 2 goals last season as well. And South Fayette, as we said, lost 9-8 against Central Catholic. It'll be a quick turnaround for the Lions as they'll head out to Baldwin on Friday. And on the other side, for the Gators, they'll have a whole week to sit and marinate with however this one goes. They'll take on Sewickley Academy next Tuesday. That one on the road over toward the airport. As we are just about ready to get this one going. As things have warmed up a little bit, it was cold this morning, as I'd like to say unseasonably cold here in Western Pennsylvania, but it seems in March and April you always get a few of these days here where it'll be sunny one day, snowy the next, and so no precipitation here for this one. Clear skies, sun is out, but it is brisk at about 40 degrees. We are awaiting the opening face-off here. It'll be Ian Wilson for Gateway, number 18. On the other side, it'll be number 40 Tyler Gottner, the 6'1 senior. And you hear the ref. When they blow the whistle, press the button, the clock will run. And they have changed it. 12 minutes now appropriately on the clock, and so we will start our first quarter of play here scoreless between these two clubs, looking for their first win of the season. Ball jarred loose. And South Fayette will start with it here as we are underway at Auntie Marino Stadium in Monroeville, Pennsylvania, just east of Pittsburgh. And a quick strike there, just seconds into the game. Good passing. And on the board right away are the Lions. That one, number 3, Owen McCarr. So McCarr on the board with the first marker, and that one took all of 15 seconds. Good passing there, tic-tac-toe. McCarr able to finish it off there, the 6'1" freshman. And so after every goal and every penalty, you see a face-off right there at midfield. This is no exception. New rule change this year in lacrosse, no more moto grip. No longer able to grip it as if you were starting up a motorbike. Another shot here and another goal right off the bat. This one's Logan Purdy. And now Purdy, the 5'10" senior, adds a marker. So 2 goals in just about 28 seconds here for South Fayette. Gators have yet to have an offensive possession. We'll see if they can't win the face-off here. Stepping in this time will be number 2, Daniel Cotalepi, a junior for the Gators. Again, that one taken by the visitors in green. And again, they'll get off rolling here. Good bit of space to work with. The Lions will slow it down, and the Gators have a chance to play a little defense here. Try and take this one away. Coaching staff instructing the Gators not to pinch too much and get caught down, as they said, but to spread out a little bit, apply some pressure, force maybe some errant passes here. Instead, the Lions will simply take their time. Josh Newgrow passing it for a minute. Now the shot taken there out of play by Brandon. So number 10 off the mark there, the senior. Moskowiak. Now the feed in front. Nice passing there, able to create some space inside with Spence Andrew. And the 6-foot junior makes it 3-0 here early. Quick goals by McCarr, Purdy, and now Hondrew.
Fayette goal scored by number 17, Spence Andrew. 3-0.
And so we'll regroup. We'll see Wade Scholar. I said it was Tyler Gotten earlier. That's actually Wade Scholar wearing number 44, South Fayette. So we see a whistle there. That foul against South Fayette. And so the Gators will come away with that one. Ian Wilson able to help the Gators get the ball for the first time. We'll see what they're able to do with it here. Lions going to do their best to try and see here, push the Gators out, not allow them to get anything close to the goal. It's a turnover here. South Fayette able to jar that one loose. Ryan May able to come up with the turnover. We'll get it across quick. Good move there. The cut, the shot down low, and a nice save there. You can tell the goaltender felt that one. Looks like it hit the ankle. But Nicholas Newhouse able to turn that one away. Now he makes another save. 2 good saves for Newhouse. Both of them look like they stung a little bit. But it'll remain 3-0 here. And the Gators will try and get this one forward. That looks like a foul as there was a player pushed down from behind. Just a little overly physical there was number 20, Asante Martin. That's been a big emphasis. Checking, obviously, is from the front and from the side. U.S. Lacrosse talking a lot about in this offseason, protecting defenseless players. And so anytime you're getting hit from behind constitutes being a defenseless player, not being able to see that hit coming. So that one's going to get blown dead every time. A nice goal there. Turning around a sharp angle there, and it's Makar with his second.
Goal by number 3, Owen Maker.
So that's 4 unanswered to start things here for the Lions. See if the Gators can shake off this cold start, try and get themselves back into this one. As Desmond Gowder unable to come up with this one for the Gateway Gators, instead coming up with it. So Kowiak again. Pass off the mark. That ball's loose. Gators will get to it first. Let's see if they can do something with it here after the turnover. A smart check there along the boundary as the Lions just force the Gators out of bounds there. Not really keeping track of where he was at was number 19, Logan Burko, the freshman. And so once again, here come the Lions. Team trying to build on program's best season last year, getting to the semifinals, and a nice pass inside, and another goal there for Logan Purdy. Now he's got his second. Maker and Purdy, both with 2.
Goal for number 2.
So we have a 5-0 score just about 7 minutes into this one. The Gators will take a timeout here, try and strategize, think this one over. Try and find a way to get back into this one after a rough start. We're so glad to have you along with us here on NFHS. It's been a fun year here all around Gators sports, watching the football team get into the playoffs and advance to the quarterfinals before falling to Penn Hills, then turn around. See the Gators boys and girls basketball teams have memorable seasons, a growing season for the girls team. But Lexi Margolis gaining some accolades after a strong season. She'll be playing at the next level. And the boys team certainly having its most historic season in program history, advancing all the way to the state semifinals, just a game away from the state final, including a historic upset victory over previously unblemished Laurel Highlands. And now here we are, starting lacrosse season, and Gators find themselves in an early hole. We'll look to try and build some momentum here. A team with 7 seniors, 9 juniors, 5 sophomores, and just 4 freshmen on the roster. 25 in total for the Gators. Now an offensive penalty will get called against the Gators. That will turn things back over to South Fayette as they look to continue to build on the early lead, looking just a step faster here, a little more technically sound. Good checking there, but another good opportunity from in close. That one off the mark, turned away. Nicholas Newhouse, the sophomore, standing tall in net as that shot was off the mark by Dom Olistro. So the 5'7" junior looking for his first on the evening, couldn't connect. Now this ball is loose, picked back up by the Lions. That's Hondrew again. Good pressure there by the Gators. They're able to get this one loose at least for a second. Ball still loose. Moskowiak was unable to come up with that initially after being absolutely hounded by Brandon Cerrucci. Gators now with it, looking to see what they can do. Desmond Gowder on his own, looking for help. He'll pass it back. And now a double upcoming. Good move there to get free. The pass goes well over the head of the intended target. Looking there for Ian Wilson. That pass from Daniel Cotalepi just sails on him. So the first real possession there by the Gators is for naught. They'll go back to defense here after getting a couple stops against the Lions. Trying to stem the tide, gain a little momentum as we are at about 6.5 minutes left here in the opening quarter. 5-0 our score. Play call from the sidelines. Now a pass in close and a beautiful feed there. And again, that one goes from Maker to Purdy. We have our first hat trick of the evening, and we're still in the first quarter. So overall, we see the score climb to 6-0 here. Lions over the Gators. And the Lions will start with it again.
That last goal by number 7, Ryan Cipro.
So they're actually going to give that one to number 7, Ryan Sierra. I don't know that he was out there
Another goal for the Lions
during the time that that goal was scored. We'll take a closer look, see what we can get confirmed on that one. I still think that was Logan Purdy who scored his 3rd. So we'll maintain under that assumption. So we'll get another face-off here. A couple players tumble. No one comes up with it initially, and now the Lions pounce on that one. Go back to work here. The score now 7-0. You can tell that Lions taking their time here after a frantic pace to start as that one finds the back of the net as well.
Number 8 on that goal.
Josh Newgrow puts that one into the back of the net. That's first goal for number 8 here. Newgrow finds the back of the net as it has been all Lions here to start. Gators have had a couple possessions, but still have yet to register an official shot. And the Lions get it once again. Good check there That one's loose, and a nice shot there after the fake, and this time
Number 6 on that goal, Dom Oliastro.
Oliastro will come away with it. He missed on the first attempt earlier in this one, but Oliastro able to put that one home. And so Oliastro on the board to make it now 9-0 here in the first. Face off once again. And the Gators head back on the defense here, looking for their first goal of the contest. Pass off the mark, still loose. Gators look like they came up with it for a second, but that one's still on the turf as both teams still scrambling for it. Gators had it for a second, but a good check there, pokes that one loose. The Gators unable to push. Owen Maker out of bounds. And so the possession will stay with the Lions once again. 4.5 left here in the first quarter. Maker passed on the shot, and a nice save there by the keeper Newhouse. Maker had that open avenue, decided to go with the extra pass after he's tallied a few goals here in this first quarter. Ball came loose, Gators had it, looked like a little bit of open space there, but that one fell out of the wicket of Asen Osbrook. Now it appears to be a shot off the mark. So the clock will stop with 3:48. The Gators will take over possession here. They'll get it to Newsom. Newsom will survey his options. Pressured. Gets rid of it up towards midfield. That one loose, but eventually corralled once again by Osbrook. Now here come the Gators once again, but no help down there. That ball eventually kicked out of bounds, and the kick will keep it here with the Gators. Gators trying to threaten for the first time here. That pass off the mark. Looking to try and get that one on the stick of Sean Higson, the freshman. Ball out of bounds once again. Gators will take back over. Osbrook will start with it. He's pressured by a few. That one's checked loose. Looked like he was scooped up momentarily, but unable to handle that one there was Nathan Janako. And now a goal at the other end. That's going to be another one for number 6, Dom Oliastro. So Oliastro now with 2. And the Lions have hit double digits here in quarter number 1.
On that goal.
It's about 2.5 minutes left here. Gators looking to find their footing here. It just seems like every time they've gotten the ball, it seems like there's 2 Lions for every Gator. Hopefully they can find a way to get a few more midfielders and attackers involved. For those who are not ardent followers of lacrosse, you're allowed to have 6 offensive players past midfield at one time. You've got to keep at least 4 back, including the goalkeeper. Each team has 3 attackers, 3 midfielders, and 3 defensive men. in addition to their keeper. So 10 in total for each side. Good hustle here, but once again, South Fayette comes away with it. It's Wade Scholar doing a great job getting the ball and getting it downfield quickly for the Lions. Scholar will rush off here now as the Lions get a couple fresh bodies in, including Spence Hondrew once again, Tyler Gottner, the 6'1 senior. Gators hanging back, not pressuring the ball, not trying to get beat. Shot there from a sharp angle, and that one hit a teammate there as that shot ripped by number 10, Brandon Waskowiak. That one ended up hitting Dom Alistro. Alistro's tough. He'll stay in and he'll keep moving here. Fake shot there. Now the shot, that one's off the mark, hit a body in front. Logan Purdy looked like he was going to let that one rip from about 10, 15 yards out, pulled it down and was able to get that one in a little closer. But after the handball call, Lions will maintain possession here as we reach about 1 minute left here to play in the first quarter. So that shot off of the mark. Possession will go to the Gators. They'll have 1 minute to work with here to try and stave off the Lions and maybe even potentially gain a little momentum with a score before the end of the quarter. We'll have about a 2 minute break once it does end, and we'll start quarter number 2. We'll have about a 10-minute halftime when all is said and done. Here come the Gators. Once again, leading the charge is number 2, Daniel Cotalepi. Cotalepi loses it. He checks a Lion hard. Ball comes loose. Couple big checks, and now there's going to be a penalty here as it looks like some frustrations boil over for the Gators. And so that's going to be unnecessary roughness against Eric Brophy, the senior.
Man up for South Fayette.
And so South Fayette will be a man up. And so not exactly what the doctor ordered if you're the Gators faithful, as they've had enough troubles with the Lions here early, and now they're going to have to try and do it down a man for the next several minutes, including the last 20 seconds here in quarter number 1. Purdy fakes the shot once again. Lions contend to work it around, work the clock down here. They'll get it behind the net. See if they can get anyone to crash, get an open shot. They try and force it inside. A good pass. That one's pulled away. And that is going to be how quarter number 1 ends. A nice defensive play there by the Gators to keep things where they stand. That being said, it's a little lopsided after 1. Gators find themselves in a hole. South Fayette is up 10-0. We'll step aside for just a second here as a timeout taken. I'll rejoin you in just a second here. 10-0 after 1 quarter of play here on NFHS. Both teams return to the field. 12 minutes gone by, 12 more on the clock here in our first half. We'll start quarter number 2 with the South Fayette Lions ahead 10-0 here at Auntie Marino Stadium. The home opener for the Gators. We'll see what adjustments both squads have made here as we start the second frame of 4. No changes in goal for the Gators. They will stick with Nicholas Newhouse, the sophomore. On the other side, very little testing for number 28 on the other side. Travis Watkins, the 5'11" freshman keeper. Gators have not been able to find the back of the net just yet. We'll see if they can here in quarter number 2, but it's the Lions once again who will start with possession as they continue to be a man up here after a penalty late in that first quarter against Eric Brophy. Lions have slowed the pace of play down here. Avoid turning it over, avoid giving opportunities back the other way. A nice feed there inside. That one, though, off the mark. Ball still loose. Gators had it momentarily. Now we have a call.
Slashing on the Gators. Man up. South Fayette.
That's going to be a slash against the Gators and another man-up opportunity now. Was that one committed by number 19 for the Gators, Logan Burko. So South Fayette goes back to work, up double digits with the man-up opportunity. As they continue to look for the right opportunity. That one hits the post. A nice opportunity there, but that one unable to find its home in the back of the net. Logan Purdy, the 5'10" senior. Now this ball out of bounds. And so the Gators catch a break there. Bend but don't break. Tried to get it over to Newsome. Newsome couldn't corral the helter-skelter pass, and so now the Lions will try and take advantage of the miscue here by the Gators. Quick pass outside. Shot. That one looked like it hit a body in front. So that will stay with the Lions. A nice block there. Good defensive presence by a few Gators there, including Desmond Gowder and Brandon Cerrucci. Lions again trying to feed that one inside, and it's off the mark, and now Newsome able to come up with the save there. And so the Gators standing tall here, at least for the first few minutes here in quarter number 2. Adjustments look to be paying off. See if they can turn any of this into offense. Now another turnover, 3-on-2 opportunity right inside, and Newsome with another nice save. He's been a bright spot here in quarter number 2 in the early going. We are nearly 6 minutes in. No change in score thus far. Again, shot misses the net. Newsome stands tall. Unable to put it home that time was Braden Rygard. Gators have it now, making a few miss there. It's number 18, Ian Wilson. Wilson still with it. He'll pass it out wide. Banging his way inside, trying to absorb the contact there, but losing the ball. Number 12 for the Gators, Robert Johnson. And now it's the Lions back the other way. Couple big checks there. And a flag will come out again. Looks like potentially another slashing call here. Be another man-up opportunity for South Fayette. They'll take their time working this one while that flag is on the field. As we'll play on until the Gators touch it again, then the penalty will be called. Purdy hesitates, passes it out wide. Andrew now spins. He'll shoot. Newsom somehow came up with that one. Now they will blow that whistle for the penalty. A legal check there. It's Asen Osbrook, the senior. Will give the Lions another man-up opportunity. Now we'll get a whistle. The Gators, even in this man-down situation, they brought too many off. They didn't have enough players out on the field. That'll be rectified. Good hustle there by Cerrucci. So now the Gators have the appropriate amount. See if they can keep the defensive effort up thus far that they have. Keep the Lions off the board here in quarter number 2. Shot. That one looked like it went off the mark. Or did it? Perhaps that one went through the net. I think that's what they're going to call. That is exactly what the call is going to be. I thought that one might have been tipped by Newhouse, but that one shot so hard it found its way through the net and out the backside. So some serious torque on that one makes it 11-0 South Fayette. Penalty is released after the goal is scored. We have not had a face-off for much of this second quarter. There was some serious continued action for the most part there. That's just the first goal. We got 10 goals, many of them coming in the first half of quarter number 1, and now 7.5 minutes through quarter number 2, just 1 goal scored. But still all of them by the Lions thus far, and they'll come up with it once again. They're looking for more. Good ball movement here. Gators come out to check, trying to keep Josh Newgrow off the board. Newgrow with 1 thus far. Sierra with it now. He's able to cut inside. He'll leave it back off. That one's Newgrow again. Blocked. Gators, however, unable to come up with it. Good job there, just resetting things. Was Denal Hudson. Now a shot low and a goal there. Number 34, Braden Rygard. Finds the back of the net, and it's a dozen now.
Number 34, Braden Rygard.
So still no substantial offense to speak of for the Gators here in quarter number 2. The defense has been much better up to this point. Just 2 goals allowed here in the first 8 minutes and 42 seconds of quarter number 2. Both of these programs trying to reset, trying to develop spring sports in 2019-2020, that school year. lost an entire season due to COVID-19. And so there are a lot of players. You talk about your sophomores, juniors, seniors that had a year of experience playing at this level, really taken away. That can't be understated. Here come the Gators. Some open opportunity, a shot there. That one's gonna find the back of the net. The Gators are on the board. Daniel Kotalupi puts that one in the back of the net. Kotalupi with the first marker here, the home opener here in this 2022 spring season. Did a nice job finding some space, pulling that one up from not too in close. Was able to get enough on that one, fooled the goalkeeper. And so for the first time this evening, Travis Watkins was tested, and he was not up to the task. Lets up the goal. And so the Gators now down 12-1. Whistle and a call against the Gators. Will give things back to South Fayette. That pass off the mark. Gators will come up with it. And it's lost there quickly thereafter, just unable to hang on to it. It was Nathan Janacco. Now this one gets away from Connor Parham. But the Lions are able to get to it first, and they will stay with it here as we inch closer and closer to halftime, where we will take about a 10-minute break before rejoining everyone. This ball is loose, getting batted around, and still unable to come up with it as either team. Finally, South Fayette has it. Angelo Mariano, the freshman. Mariano still has it. Eventually he leaves that one off for Nick Young. And now whistle blown. Too much time taken there by South Fayette, and so that will lend possession back over to the Gators, who hold taut there and have for much of this quarter. Now an errant pass down the left side. That one going to get away from a few players. Lions will come up with it. And it's Rygaard again. Rygaard looking for another. That one blocked in front. Good defensive play there. This ball's still loose. Spent more time on the ground here in the last 30 seconds than it has at any point here in the game thus far combined. Quick move there by South Fayette. Player goes one way, ball goes the other, as Josh Newgrow couldn't hang on to that one. And now a player just bowled over there. Couple big hits. We're going to get another penalty here. This one will be against the Gators, as it looks like once again. Maybe just a little too physical there. Asa and Osbrook laying the boom a few times. Now the official's going to get together before making a decision. We'll see what their call is. So Osbrook will get 1 minute off once again for unnecessary roughness. South Fayette goes to work again, but another errant pass here. Some fresh faces in for the Lions, not quite as crisp here, as Ryan Sierra was unable to come up with that one. Now they'll get it to Newsom. Gators will take their time setting this one up. Newsom scans his options. He'll go deep. That one tips off of the stick of one player for the Lions. Now trying to get back to that one and corral that was Asante Martin. And the Lions eventually get the call, come up with possession. They'll get it right in front. That one bounces right in front of the net. A nice goal there as it's Josh Newgrow once again finding the back of the net. That will make it 13-1 here with 3 minutes until halftime. We see both teams getting some different personnel involved in this one. The lopsided score here heading toward halftime. Lacrosse still a sport that's growing here in Western Pennsylvania. Certainly anyone that follows college or professional games, you know, that along the Atlantic coast and even up north, game quite popular. Lacrosse, the official sport, to many people's surprise, of Canada, not hockey. Not necessarily out of pure popularity, but for the duration of existence of the sport itself. Lacrosse has been around for quite some time. Both of these teams here taking an interest in it and growing the sport here in Western Pennsylvania. So far, it's been tough sledding for the Gators, but they do have a goal on the board, looking for more here. This ball trails loose. It's picked up by Osbrook. He has it. He turns on the Jets, but it pops out of his stick. And that'll be a turnover once again, so the Gators give it right back to the Lions. Though they have had a little more traction here offensively, including that lone goal in quarter number 2. Hard charging, it's Newgren in again. That one off the mark, Newgrow. Josh Newgrow unable to convert, so we keep rolling here. 2 minutes, 10 seconds, 13-1 our score. That one's blocked. Another penalty here. And another penalty here. 2, if you're going to go for it, get 2 while you're at it. Both of them are going to go against number 29 for the Gators, Brandon Cerrucci. As we'll see if we get another whistle here with just over 90 seconds left. South Fayette in no rush whatsoever, waiting for the right shot, and there it is. Finding the back of the net once again for the 3rd time this evening is Josh Newgrow, the 5'10" junior attacker.
Joe Nugro on that goal. Make that Josh Nugro.
So that will extend the lead to 14-1 with 1:23 left here in our first half. Officials having quick conversations with both coaches. Still some outstanding penalties for the Gators. Penalties have really hampered them amongst other trials and tribulations here in this first half of the home opener for the Gateway Gators. But Gateway will have the ball here. And that pass from well out, going to go off the mark. And so Here comes South Fayette. One last charge here in the first half. Jackson Brandebura had it, passed it out wide. Denal Hudson with it now. Hudson scans his options. Brandebura with it again. Now they'll swing it out wide back to Newgrow, who's been the star of this second quarter. First quarter it was Maker and Purdy, number 2 and number 3. Number 8 has been the big catalyst offensively here in the second quarter. Scoring has slowed down considerably, but not totally. South Fayette led 10-0 after 1. 5-1 has been the scoring here in quarter number 2. Once again in favor of the Lions. Gators looking to keep it that way. Or rather 4-1, so it's 14-1. Trying to keep it from being 15-1. Gators have to hold for another 4 seconds. Newgrow scans his options. Pass and a shot to end the half. Will not get off in time. And so that's where we will leave it. After one half of play, it's been all South Fayette, the Lions all over the Gators, 14-1. We'll step aside for halftime here. We'll be back in about 9.5 minutes. When we do, we'll have the second half for you between the Gateway Gators and the South Fayette Lions here on NFHS. Welcome back for half number 2. Gators find themselves in a 14-1 hole. We'll see what sort of adjustments were made at the intermission. As always, thank everyone for joining us here on NFHS. Here at Gateway High School, Monroeville, Pennsylvania, just outside of Pittsburgh. Gators win the draw initially, but again, it's South Fayette that comes up with it. As it was all South Fayette in the first half. Lone goal for the Gators, scored by Daniel Codalupi. See if he and the Gators have any magic in them here to try and get themselves back into this one. As Josh Newgrow there tried to feed a teammate inside. He had a big second quarter, big reason why. Big hole here for the Gators, but Newgrow able to find the back of the net quite a few times there. Now the Gators will try and go to work offensively. Errant pass off the mark, but Gators first back to it. Good hustle there by Dallas Steele. Now the big shot there and a save.
Codalupi on that shot. Nice save by the South Fayette keeper.
So Codalupi with that one as well. Unable to find the back of the net that time though, and the save by Travis Watkins. Had to go down low to get that one. Now an errant pass going to trail out of bounds past the intended Gator. They were trying to get to number 35 there. Unable to connect with Shai Smith, the freshman. Now a mistake made trying to get that ball in. 3 steps called. And so the Gators will get the ball right back here deep in enemy territory. Nice to see the sun up past 7 o'clock here in Western Pennsylvania for this one, even albeit if it might be in our crew's eyes a little bit here up high in the press box, but you can tell that spring is trying to come here, although you wouldn't know it from the weather we've had here for the past what feels like week. Snow flurries, frigid winds, cold temperatures. But spring sports are here in Western Pennsylvania. You've got lacrosse, track and field, baseball, softball, and be excited to bring a little bit of, hopefully, a good bit of that here on NFHS throughout the spring here for your Gateway Gators. Quick shot there, and an even better save. Watkins able to come up with that one. It's Robert Johnson. Nice shot there, just could not get that one to go. And now South Fayette quickly the other way in transition, and a nice save there. As trying to go low there on Nicholas Newhouse was number 5, Nick Young, but Newhouse good positioning there, forced that shot to hit the post. So we are speeding on by in this one, already down to 8.5 minutes. Hard check there, but the Lions will keep with it. Nice move there, knifing through a few defenders, rather. Number 38 there, Tyler Brandabura. Now his brother Jackson Brandabura, fellow freshman. They were 38 and 39 respectively. He had it, but it's taken away. And now knifing away from quite a few defenders, at least initially. Let's go to Lupe. Now this one kept in, a nice move there, but a good check. Gators still have it. They'll move it. A little more energy, a little more life out of the Gators here in half number 2. Still working hard, even in this deficit. Go to Lupe. Gonna try and pass that one inside. It's a nice pass, but another save right there in close by Watkins. Now a flurry of players converge on the ball. It'll come loose. Go to Lupe and company have it once again. A call goes against the Gators. South Fayette with it once again. 7 minutes on the clock. Pass, turn to shot, turn to out of bounds. Didn't hit the net on that one. So the Lions cycling in some younger players, some depth players to try and give everyone a little bit of a shot here early in the season to develop. Plenty of lacrosse for both of these clubs as we are just in game number 2 for both of them. Talked about it early in this broadcast. Gators fell 18-2 to North Hills just the other day. For South Fayette, it was a hard-fought effort, but a loss nonetheless as they fell to Central Catholic. Lions will play again this week. So they have a Friday night contest against the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders, so they'll head out to the South Hills. That shot is off the mark there. Tried to bring that one from one side of the body to the other. And Braden Rygard, who found the back of the net in the first half, unable to do so here, at least for the time being, in the third quarter. Then for the Gators, they're going to have to wait until next week to travel out toward the airport to take on Sewickley Academy. Both coaching staffs barking out orders. Always interesting to hear how coaches coach the starters versus the reserves. Is a nice goal there. Rygard hesitated, waited from the sharp angle, was able to fit that one in. So now he has his second, and the lead balloons to 15-1. But still no different expectations for reserves for either squad. So you hear coaches barking out orders and not being afraid to call players out for not knowing the offense or the defense, even if they are younger and lesser in experience. So the clock continues to run. We're in a modified timekeeping system here, a running clock. So that's roll 3-1-2. Boys high school lacrosse from US Lacrosse. Running clock is only during the second half. That's why we did not see it in the first half, even though there was a score differential of 12 goals. And so this clock will run during game time and penalty time. And even if the score falls below 12 goals, found that to be the interesting part, the clock will not change. It will still remain a running clock for the remainder of the game, regardless of the score. Only two reasons the clock will stop at this point: team or official timeouts. 3.5 minutes, speaking of the time here in the third quarter. Good defense there by the Gators. They'll force an errant pass toward the sidelines. A good motor here, knifing through. Losing his balance there was number 24, Connor Parm. So that was just one of a few major rule changes and clarifications. There's also a big emphasis on protective cups this year, making sure that there are pelvic protectors for all lacrosse players. Player safety in general, a big focus. Contact to the head and neck, and defensive players, and protecting targeting for both of those. Targeting toward the head or neck area, targeting toward defensive players, targeting being defined as intentional contact to the head, neck, or to a defensive player. Ball fouls out of the wicket for number 19, freshly on, Angelo Mariano, the 6-foot freshman. As again, the Lions opting to take their time here offensively. That ball pops loose. Gators giving chase. Good defensive pressure there by number 17 for the Gators. That's Colin Valentine, sophomore. Skip pass, and they'll work it around the horn. Now it's back over to Josh Newgrow. Newgrow going to go pull that trigger once again. Newsome able to keep that one out, but it falls right back into the wicket at number 5, Nick Young. So Nick Newhouse with the save, and Nick Young with the ball. And they'll work it around once again, as we will approach the final minute of play here already in our third quarter. Again, that ball pops loose. You see there, the defensive-man not able to reach across midfield there unless that ball were to come the full way across. So he just was able to try and poke that stick out there. Newgrow able to cut loose. Newsome with another save. He's gotten better as the game has gone on.
Nice save there by Nick Newhouse.
Nick Newhouse, a sophomore, so still time to grow and become an even better goalkeeper here for the Gators. Ball pops loose, under 10 seconds left. Gators trying to come up with it. Force the issue here offensively. That one's loose along the sidelines. That one's going to go
That's the end of the third quarter.
to the Lions in green, but not before the clock runs out. And so we will see a break in the action. We'll step aside for just a second here. Take a breather. You do the same. We'll be back in less than 2 minutes here for the fourth and final frame. As 15-1 is our score. South Fayette on top over Gateway at the end of 3. One more quarter here to go at Auntie Marino Stadium here at Gateway High School. See if we get any more offensive fireworks here tonight out of either side. For South Fayette, it was an explosive first quarter. 10 goals on the board. Kept Gateway off. That was how we ended the first quarter, 10-0. Then 4-1 the score in the second quarter. We ended 14-1. And then tacking one more on there in the third, South Fayette. The Lions now leading 15-1 over the Gators. We will play these last 12 minutes with a running clock. We'll see if the Gators can come up with any momentum before they head to Swickley Academy next week. Nice pass there from the keeper, but they're unable to come up with it, the Lions are. Decent pressure there. Spinning away from it. It's number 34 for the Lions. And that's Braden Rygard. He had the lone goal in that third quarter for South Fayette. Has 2 overall in the contest. Good move here. Shot from a sharp angle. That one going to be off the mark. That was Tyler Brandabura. Tyler and Jackson Brandabura, the freshmen, both getting some time here in the second half. Now stepping on for the Lions is Angelo Mariano. The other end, number 43, stepping out onto the field for the Gateway Gators. That's Giovanni Colarusso.
Man up for South Fayette.
So Colarusso rushes out onto the field, as well as Colin Valentine, a junior and a sophomore respectively. And the Gators top heavy in this program. 16 upperclassmen, just 9 underclassmen. Substitution error there. Logan Burko needed to come off. He will. We play on. Already 5 minutes gone by here. We're at the running clock in the fourth quarter. See if either team really pushes the envelope here. South Fayette really did the bulk of their damage in creating separation in this game, really in the first 5 to 7 minutes. Since then, they have kind of filtered in and out different players, and to his credit, Nicholas Newhouse has stepped up and really played well down the stretch in this one. Hopefully a building block, hopefully something that catapults the team moving forward. Still a lot of lacrosse left to play for both of these teams, and what is just the home opener here for the Gators. Opportunity for not there. South Fayette turns it over, and the Gators try and make something happen here, try and get another tally on the board here. Offsides against the Gators there. Just getting a little too overzealous there offensively as Asen Osbrook carried the ball down the field. Bradenboro twins going back and forth here a little bit. No doubles, calls out South Fayette coaching staff. Gators not taking any chances there. Bradenboro unable to come up with this one. Finally, over toward the sideline, is able to get to it. Now cutting inside, try to go on the backhand, and a big hit down low. That's going to be a penalty, probably for some sort of unnecessary roughness. We'll see. Cutting inside there. It was a nice move once again by Braden Reigard. He got hit hard right around the goal line. That's going to be against Asante Martin. The official call is going to be an illegal hit to the head. So we just talked about how hitting around the head or neck area, hitting defenseless players. Don't think that that was a defenseless player, but certainly contact up high. And even if it's questionable, officials, especially at this level, we're going to call it every single time. So it looks like now there's going to be a timeout. Clock will stop with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left. South Fayette wanted a minute to talk things over with the officials. So Sean Laydig had a chance to have a chat. The officials had a chance to have a conversation as well. And we will resume here with just over 6.5 minutes left here. So I'm not sure if that was a pass or a shot, but that one well off of the mark as Denal Hudson sent that one off into the unknown. Temperature starting to drop pretty drastically here as the sun inches closer and closer to passing us by over the hillside. Ball once again gets loose. You see here, as this game goes on and some of the reserves check in, passing not nearly as crisp. Another call against the Gators here, and another foul against Asante Martin. That'll be just a 30-second man advantage for South Fayette. We'll see what they decide to do with it here. Have, in large part, not been very aggressive here offensively. Then again, have struggled to connect on passes here in this second half. Angelo Mariano with it now. He'll play it over to Nick Young. Ryan Sierra also up there. They'll look his way. Gators back to full strength. Penalty for Asante Martin is over. Once again, trying to find room there now. An open pass, a shot taken, that one off the mark. Ball is loose, and the Gators have it. They'll go deep with it. No one home though, turned over quickly. And now here comes South Fayette. Another pass that just is a little off the mark, but that one will die before it goes out of bounds. Pass is hard to connect here in this second half. Now we're going to get a call. Penalty. That's going to be a too many men call. Now that one will officially be called against number 24 for South Fayette, Connor Parm. So now the Gators with a little bit of good fortune.
Gators.
And they're going to call a timeout. Try and work on some situational type stuff. And now we're back in. Pass off of the mark, though, as 14 looks for 18. Desmond Gowder had it, sent it out for Ian Wilson, but all for naught. So we dip under 3 minutes left here. Ball ping-pongs off a few bodies before corralled eventually by the Lions. They'll work it around. Neither team has found the back of the net here in this fourth quarter. Gators unable to keep it on the offensive side of the field for very long. It'll be sent down. Nice pass there. Now they'll go across the field. Nobody there. So they'll waste that really nice pass there by number 44, Cooper Hildebrand, a 5'8" defensive freshman. 2 minutes left. Once again, it's Cotalupi. Cotalupi with the lone goal here for the Gators. See if he can't find the back of the net one more time before we call this one complete. Teammates trying to make space for him. He dances around away from a few defenders. Get the sense that South Fayette knows he's going to try and do it himself, so they'll take it away as he was pressured. This one bounces away from just about everyone. Last line of defense other than Newsom comes up with it, but again, that one trails away.
1 minute left in the game.
Now both teams fighting for it. That ball pokes away just another time here. Both teams really struggling here in this second half to possess the ball. Still loose. That'll be the Gators. 37 seconds left. Working it around, Eric Brophy had it. It's going to be a delay of game there. Ran out of time, the Gators did. Didn't do anything substantive. And now one last gasp here for South Fayette. See if they take a shot. They'll work it to the middle. That'll be taken there. Newsom with a nice save. That one's still loose. Picked up, hits the post, and now put in the back of the net. And that will be how things end here. Number 7 finds the back of the net. That's Ryan Sierra. He gets a marker before we call this one complete. And so that will be our final score, 16-1. South Fayette comes up big against the Gators once again. Gators can't avenge last year's lopsided loss. And so that will be how we leave things here this evening. Gators come up just short. Cotalupi with the lone goal, but multiple South Fayette Lions getting in big time on the scoring. And so the Gators fall to 0-2. They will head next week to Sewickley Academy. And on the other side, South Fayette moving to 1-1 on the season as they look forward to a Friday night matchup with the Baldwin Fighting Highlanders. On behalf of our entire crew, led by Adam Gusky, Lee Schaefer, and Renee Schaefer, I'm Vince Russo. Thank you all so very much for tuning in tonight. We'll catch you all at another lacrosse game here upcoming. But until then, this has been a production on NFHS. Your final score, 16-1 South Fayette over top of Gateway. We'll see you all next time.